Yesterday we had discussed about brief of RPA. What is RPA and what is the place of RPA tool Pega Robotics in the current market, and what are the benefits of RPA and what types of like RPA and RDA. These things we have discussed in real time, where this RPA is using, and most of the scenarios like real time usage we have discussed pros and cons of this utilizing this RPA in the organization level we have discussed. Few of them are are not able to attend yesterday, so I'll give a brief intro for those today. Let's start from the RPA. What is RPA? Like RPA stands for Robotic Process Automation, where this is software robot. We call it as we develop the programs using the code by using C#.net, where this implementation of this RPA in the organization, what organization is benefiting and what employee is benefiting with this using this tool in the development area. While implementing this RPA tool in any of the organization, they are getting benefits like productivity increase and easy maintenance and return of investments. Whatever they're investing, they are getting in as soon, like they are getting their investment, and post that they are getting all benefits. What benefits they are getting? For if we have any employee to work for 8 hours, right, per day, and per year, if we calculate per month number of hours he'll work or she will work. In that scenario, if company wants to increase their productivity based upon their work they're having it, either they have to increase their employees, and they have to train them, and they have to increase the productivity in terms of increasing the resources. But whereas when there is no need, not having specific amount of work, then they can't remove the employees that easily. They have to follow the policies, they have to provide every benefits to the employees, right? So in that scenario, they can't do simply terminating the employees or hiring more immediately and training them. It's kind of scenario, whatever the manual process the business people or organization propose this RPA in their process, continuation. Because if we set any rules, RPA, this tool, the solution which we are developing, it will follow those rules and it will continue the human. There are two types of solutions here. One is RPA and another one is RDA. RPA, as I said, where remote desktop automation, where this one there is a need of human intervention. In which scenarios we need a human intervention for such solutions, like is there any human input that need to be provided at the time of execution, or at the time of execution they have to take some decisions, whether it some cases in the process they have to take decision to whether to approve or not, based on the input. So they will take that decision. In such scenarios there is a need of human intervention, so we'll develop such solutions in RDA. So are we clear on this, like what is RP and what is RDA?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. The types of tools available in the market is there are different types of tools which does the same automation whatever the business process are doing. Here we are doing just mimicking the process what they are doing. We are not developing any application or any process what they are doing newly. So whatever the process they are doing, uh, we are just mimicking by setting some rules and developing some flows by using this tool. So in market we have similar tools to develop this automations flow. One is like UiPath, Pega Robotics, and Blue Prism, Automation Anywhere, Kofax, and there are many other tools. So in such a scenarios, like which tool organization has to select which is best for them. Like they'll consider what is best tool for their utilization. One is considering the environment, which tool is compatible to their development environment or to their organization environment. They will select that. If many of the tools, I mean, compatible for their automating their process flows, so in that scenarios they will check one more metrics, like whatever the tool which is giving as in a low cost, like there is a license cost for implementing this, right? So considering that license cost, they'll choose, I mean, different product teams, they will give their quotations based on number of license whatever the organization is expecting. So they'll give their quotations based on IT team and their management will select which one to use. Okay, that license cost differs from organization to organization and region to region also, that will differ. So I mean, whatever the your organization it is adopting this
Hello, your voice is breaking. Hello, hello, hello. Sorry, your voice is not audible.
sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yeah, okay. Okay, scalability, they are getting like based on workload, they can utilize the number of bots they want. The same bot they want to, I mean, implement in other machine, so the same process flow the bot will do. So whenever there is a more load of work, they can improve, like they can include one more bot to do the same activity. If there is no work, they can reduce the number of machines that are uh, I mean, using for processing that one, and accurate results it is giving. Whereas humans, if does intentionally or not intentionally, they can do mistakes, right? But whereas here the bots, they'll simply follow the rules. There is no chance of doing any mistakes in that. And whereas humans, it will they'll work for 8 hours, whereas bot work for 24 by 7. The only the maintenance cost business has to provide once they got all the ROIs. Okay, and whereas coming to developers perspective, like we don't need to build the lines of codes. If suppose in any other language, if you are developing any application or I mean automating any process flow, we need to write the lines of code. While writing it, it will take a lot of time, and whereas for developing, for testing, debugging and everything, it will take time. Whereas here it's simply just drag and
sorry, your voice is breaking. Please check it from your end.
the predefined components. Sorry.
Your voice is breaking and also screen is not visible. Please check it from your end. I thought due to poor network connection, I don't know that.
Uh, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, voice is audible. However, the screen, I guess,
Yeah. In between, your screen got stuck. Actually, no.
yeah,
Mm,
that's
Okay. Uh, yeah. Is this fine now?
no, it's look like a black.
Let me
voice
share
is
my
audible.
screen if you.
I'm not sure whether you are
Okay.
sharing any screen because we get to see only the
Now I
screen.
started screen. Yeah,
Okay,
it
let
stopped
me.
sharing, but now I started. Can you please confirm whether you are able
Sure,
to see my screen now?
not yet for me.
Even me also.
Okay, just give me a moment. I'll just change the network. Can you please confirm if it is okay now?
Still not yet.
Not
Not
yet.
able to see the screen.
I'm not sharing it. Sorry.
Yeah, we get
Yeah.
to see the screen.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thanks for the confirmation. Yeah.
But are
Please
you
let me.
sharing some content like a doc or
No,
something?
no, no,
Because we get to see only.
no.
Yeah, I
I
can
just
see.
started sharing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fine.
Okay. Yeah. And like we have discussed about, I mean, pros and cons in terms of organization level by utilizing this tool. Whereas, as a developer's perspective, there is no need of developing a huge code because everything is predefined one. So in terms of coding, like we can get here design blocks. If every functionality might not be in the design blocks as a predefined component, but whereas we can build our own custom components and we can add it in the tool and we can use those design blocks. And not only those, we can also write the coding part and we can utilize that code lines of code in our automations. And our maintenance also is easy, and the developer time also will reduce to develop the solution. Integrating different kinds of applications like web applications, Windows applications, legacy applications like mainframes, and other applications also we can easily integrate with this tool by using adapters. Those are already predefined in the automation tools. So every automation tool provide the same kind of functionality, but there are having their own specific functionalities that branch their tool. So developers perspective, it is very easy to develop. And if the solution we are developing in terms of code, it will take, suppose if we consider if it is taking 1 month of time, whereas developing the same kind of solution by using this tool, it will not take hardly like week or 10 days also. Like because everything we just drag and drop and easy to maintain, and everything is here like uh, graphically we can see tables kind of thing or anything. Syntactically we don't need to follow because everything is designed inside the block itself. We just need to establish the connection, like data flows and execution flows we need to connect. Once you come to that environment, you can see where to drag and drop, which component to drag and drop, how to establish the connection, how to call one automation to other automation, all these things. And also maintenance perspective, it is very easy to maintain because while developing we are building custom logs, system generated logs will be having it, and server reporting logs will be having it. Like easy to monitor and easy to give the support also, because everything as a coding standards if you follow while developing, it is easy to understand exactly. We can pinpoint will pinpoint the issue, and easy to find the root cause of the issue. So it will not take much time even for providing support for the production bots in the sense, whatever the production, I mean bots I mean deployed in the production environment, which are running the process flow, which is automating their process flow, we call it as production bots. And once it is developed, business people can't handle everything the technically, so in terms of they'll maintain support team, which is having a group of developers based on number of bots. They will see the monitor the bots. If any exception comes, they will support to fix it, or in terms of any enhancements also they will do. There are two kinds of roles here. One is development and another one is support. And if we consider architect level also we have, and BA level we have, but as perspective development, we have developer and support for this production bots. These kind of roles we have. So for both the times, there is a flaws also in this, what most of the people thinks, if we implement this automation there will be a lot of jobs removing by the organization. But they'll think of more productivity, they'll not release any resources until there is no productivity. But whereas if we are implementing this automation, they can use their resources in more value added works. So they'll not remove the business people what they are doing it. So automations are very useful for the organization, and it creates a lot of opportunities for the developers to build more solutions. If I say real time scenario, uh, like if you see in previous days, if to deposit or to withdraw, you have to uh, stand in a queue in a bank, you have to do this transaction for a long time, right? Since they have implemented this ATMs and all, we are simply going and withdraw by our own. There is no need of taking such long time to do these transactions. So similarly, everything like whatever the new technology it is adopting, it is reducing the human efforts, and it's increasing more productivity for the organization. Likewise, most of the organization looking features like this. As I said, it is having rule based system. Whatever the rules it is defined in this, it simply follows. If there is any change in application or change in any process flow, this solution will fail. In such scenarios, again we need to recode and retest and redeploy it, so that they'll follow this productivity increase in their process flow. So this is highly about RPA, and we have the softwares, how this environment we can get it. I'll tell you, there are a couple of ways to get this environment, the development environment. One is if you have already Visual Studio installed in it. The supporting version is 2015 or 2019. We can install. Suppose if we consider 2015, and we need to have the Pega Robotics plugin. If we install on top of it, we can get the similar kind of development environment, which is IDE. IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. For developing any solution, we'll be using one IDE. Likewise, here also we'll be having it Visual Studio plus Pega plugin, or directly we have Pega Robotics Studio. This Pega Robotics Studio also we can install instead of this. If we install this one, the features of Visual Studio, it will by default it will install at the backend, and also plugin don't need to add, because already we are having integrated software here, right? The same environment we are getting here. The benefits here, we can debug the coding part here. and we can also develop the automation flow. But whereas here we can develop the automation, we cannot debug the coding lines of code we are developing in the scripts, right? So based on the requirement in the organization, either this they'll install or this one they will install. And whatever the solutions we are developing, right? So we have to give the solution to end user to use this solution to automate their process flow. So for developers, they'll be installing either any of this one. In the business end, they'll be installing Pega runtime software. The same versions, whatever we are using here, the same version they'll be having it. And also, if we have, robot manager integration, that is, I mean, that not part of this, but to maintain all these developed bots in terms of servers, Pega server, package server, all these things we be having it. We come to know later point of time. So there'll be a synchronization engine also. If developer is having different version developed, and if they are having different runtime version, there is a synchronization engine to sync that automation in required versions. So for now, we can say that for development we can use this one. For runtime, end user will be having this software. Once we developed the solution, once we deployed, like we'll be getting two files. One is manifest file and one is open span file. The open span file will load in this Pega runtime, so that it will load it. It will load and it will run it. It will not show, any code what it is developed behind. Suppose if you see any software that is installed in your machines, you'll not be seeing the code behind it. Like you will be seeing the end user interface. So similarly, whatever we have developed, we will give user interface, end user interface. If any intervention that user has to provide, as I said, inputs or decision makings, we will provide such interface to the user. By using the software, he or she will run it. Okay. Like this version, the current version is in community we are having it 22.1, 22.1. But whereas most of the
Sorry, your voice is breaking. Hello?
they are
Hello?
using 19.1,
We
but
lost you in between.
whatever the
We
features,
lost you
the
in between.
difference between these versions is like, if any bug identified or any new feature got added, they are slowly attaching to newer versions.
Screen is not visible.
We lost you in between for a minute or so. We get to see screen now. Yeah.
And duration for this, like developing any projects. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah, we can
Yes.
see. We lost you in between when you are talking, discussing about versions, something.
Sorry. Okay. Versions in community, the latest version is 22.1. Whereas most of the organizations still using 19.1 version only. The difference between 19.1.1 or 19.1.2, 19.1.3, the
Your voice is again breaking. Sorry.
what are the features or anyway fixes for the reported bugs by the real time user changes, they adding the version here 21, they directly jump to 22.1. Initially it is like 8 version, started with 8 version, like from 8.8 to 19 and 19 to 21, the current version is 21. uh, Initially the history of this Pega Robotics tool is like, it is not direct product from Pega. Pega having many products, but whereas it is having from version 8 only, this tool has purchased by Pega from the organization called OpenSpan. OpenSpan has developed this tool, automation tool, and they have released it in the market. And after that, OpenSpan sold this product, and Pega acquired this product. And a later point of time, Pega releasing this tool with the product, name, with their name, like Pega Robotics. We are calling it as Pega Robotics. Even in the market, people used to call this one as OpenSpan. You can don't need to confuse whether it is OpenSpan or Pega Robotics. This is a history. Initially we call it as OpenSpan. Later point of time, Pega acquired this, and Pega released it in the market with the name Pega Robotics. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's clear.
Yeah. And the concepts that we are seeing here, mostly we need to have some prerequisites, whether what are the prerequisites that we need to have. You don't need to have many things here. The softwares which I have explained here, right? If you have that installations in your machine, you will get the dev environment to start or build the solutions. But whereas the prerequisites, like when you are trying to automate the certain things like applications like Excel, as I said, the applications we can automate is like Windows applications, web applications, and mainframes, documents, applications, assets inside Citrix, and SAP applications. Along with that, we also have connectors for automating the processes, like whatever the activities we are using Excel, right? Yeah, in organization nowadays, not nowadays, from the beginning onwards, they are using Excel activities. Mostly they are maintaining the data in the form of Excel, right? Huge volume of data. They are doing some formulas, and they are doing activities in Excel. They are building macros also. All the things, whatever the Excel activities we are doing it, we can automate here, because we have connector called Excel connector and Microsoft Excel connector. We have two different kinds of connectors here for automating the Excel activities. And not only Excel, Word, PowerPoint, whatever the Microsoft product we have, we can automate those things by using the connectors. And also we can automate the PDF. We can view the PDFs, and we can edit the PDF, and we can extract the information from the PDF by using PDF connector. And the database also we can automate here. Either we can do the development in two ways here, either to write the script. If we don't have the functionality predefined in a design block, in the form of design block or components, we can write our own script, and we can call those methods in the automation flows. Or we can use the components, predefined components. If we know if it is the component is available, we can just drag and drop it. But we need to configure few things, like credentials, connectivity, and connection strings, everything. We have to provide that information. Once you come to know while utilizing those things, you can see what is the difference between while developing the coding and while developing the solution using these tools. How easy that is, and how hard in developing as a code. You'll come to know when it is using. And it is not only integrating graphical user interface applications like Windows webs, it is also integrating the applications command based. If you see, if you anyone of us aware of mainframe environment, it is completely looks like the DOS command prompt. It is simply having only text and functionalities by using functional keys F10, F11 kind of. We can't click any button there. It's everything in the black screen with the text on it. So we call the screens from it. In that also we can simulate that environment in the by using some text adapters in this IDE, whatever the IDE we are using, right? Development environment IDE, we can use that one and we can simulate that environment here, and we can get the information. I'll tell you in later part how to integrate and how to configure those things, how to extract the information from that CUI and all. Okay. And there are a lot of things we can do. As I said, the development time is very less for developing these solutions. As I said, in general, by using the code, if we say 30 days, here we don't need to take that much time. And also we can have reusability concept here. If we develop the solution such a way, like plug and play, and we can simply reuse those automations or projects in some other automations. Even it reduce more than half of the time of development into other projects. So we are having a lot of benefits by using RPA, not only RPA, other tools also. And the prerequisite knowledge, if you need to have, if someone knows the coding language, like they can correlate what is how this tool is utilizing. Without knowing the coding language also, like we can start the getting knowledge on this, and parallelly we can see correlate with the coding language and the syntax. Yeah, if you see any other programming language, the core concept is same, but whereas syntactically it is different. Functionally also it is doing the same thing, but we have to follow their other language syntax, and we have to develop in other languages. So if you know one tool, like it will be very easy to know other tools also. Suppose if you are taking 15 days or 20 days or 25 days for learning this tool, it will not take hardly 15 days also to learn other tools. All automations having similar kind of environments like toolbox. Every automation tool it is having predefined component, it's having, yeah, most of the automations having drag and drop functionalities, connecting the flows, similar things you can see. So if you have knowledge on one tool, you'll be more easy to learn other things also. In the market, if you see any profile, they're having not only for one tool knowledge, they're having multiple tool knowledge in their profile. They'll mention your path experience and the Pega Robotics experience, automation anywhere experience, because they come to know, based on the client requirement or business, organizations, right? Their requirement, they will ask the employees to train on it and to switch and to develop the solutions in such a way. So it is not hard to learn other tools also. You can easily adopt it. Okay. And this software, right, it is not open source. Like we have license cost for this. Organization purchase the license, and they'll implement their products, automation tool products. But whereas if we register with in the community, we can get the latest version. But whereas we are learning 19.1 version, because most of the organization still using this, as I said. Okay. And we can also provide the support for guiding you in terms of interview preparation and resume preparation. All these things we'll do. We will provide you proper training for. And yeah, please, i mean I'll open the discussion for Q&A, and you can unmute yourself and you can start. I mean, I mean, post your queries.
Thank you, actually. Thanks for the session. And So nowadays, like no, that is I hear like Pega PRC, Pega admin. What is that? This kind of things it will be covered in this Pega RPA, or that is it like a different one?
It's kind of a different one where you said like a Pega admin, right? In organizations we have like different departments, like platform department we have, that is pure Pega. Whatever the solutions we are deploying in the development environment, right, it is centralizedly maintained in a platform environment. In terms of servers, like they'll be having Pega server, package server, and all these synchronization engine, robo manager, everything they used to manage. And whatever we developing, right, we're not directly getting the credential kind of thing from the business users. They are sharing with some of the encrypted tool, so that admin will take care of this maintaining all these things. So they'll be, if in organization, suppose if you consider there are 6 developers or 10 developers, they'll be having one admin to take care of the platform related things.
Okay. And here mostly like once we are complete the course, so here only two openings. Like one is the development, another one is the supporting work, right?
Supporting, that depends on requirement.
Hmm.
Suppose organization wants to, you can do both the things at a time, because whatever the required position they're having, whether it is a
Hmm.
new solution development or enhancing the fixes
Hmm.
or bugs for the production bots,
Hmm.
or only for the
Hmm.
support thing. Based on their requirement, they'll utilize the resource. But if you know the coding part, the developing solution, you can support any production bots also, because you'll
Hmm.
be having the documents, supporting documents. Suppose if you say business requirement document, they're maintaining it while developing the solution. They used to record everything, right? What is the business requirement and all, what with the screenshots and proper explanation, they'll be having it. And also they'll be having a solution design document or technical specification document. All these documents they are maintaining it, so that you can see how the solution is developed, what automation is using for which purpose. They're maintaining all this information, as is flow and to be flow, and how the flow before it's developing, implementing this RPA tool. And after implementing the solution, what is the flow? Because some cases we'll suggest standardization, like if we standardize this, the bot will follow. Because unstructured one bot will not do anything. Whatever the structured and formatting one bot will follow. As I said, certain rules it will follow and it will process, right? So in that scenario, we will propose new things to the business team. So we will see those changes in the, like SDD, as is and to be flows. And also whatever they are also maintaining the issue tracker. Whatever the issues they come across, they'll maintain that issue tracker, so that previous issues we can see, and whatever the fixes or solutions they have provided, they'll be having tracking in either in Excel or some other tool, right? So we can see whatever the earlier fix, we'll implement the same fix if the issue persists again.
Okay, fine. And is there any certification is there in that Pega RPA?
Yeah, certification is there, PCRSA, like where
Okay.
it costs around 12 to 15,000. Once you have the knowledge on this, like development environment, how to use these components. So once you are go ahead with that do certification, we can do it. We have to do it in a peer centers, not from
Okay.
like online. We have to go to the peer centers, and we have to take the test from there.
Okay. Okay. And so, how many real time projects you are going to discuss here?
Yeah, I'll share the previous projects which are more complex and what are the challenges that I have faced. Even
Mm.
you cannot depend on one simple project, because project to project the environment is different, the challenges are different. Whenever you are
Mm.
facing a new environment, new domain, right? we are having different kinds of domain, technical, I mean telecommunication domain, and motor field, like banking one, and insurance department. So each one having a different environments their own. So if you have knowledge on one such insurance domain, you in other organization, if the client is insurance, so there will be no process knowledge required for you, because you already having experience on it. Similarly, if you switch to one domain to other domain, you'll feel like new challenges and new knowledge you'll gain one by one. So one project or two project, it is not sufficient to gain more knowledge. We will be having a community, right? Most of the real time employees, they whatever the issues they are facing in the real time, they are posting their queries in the community. So we'll see whatever the proposed solutions to them, what is the actual fix it works for them to fix that issue. So we can have all those discussions. So we, if we go and follow the regular discussions of this, we'll come to know the real
Okay,
time
okay,
one.
okay. And as a developer, so once we have received the PDD document from the BA, then we are going to prepare the SDD document, right? So that things
Yeah,
also cover, right? How to prepare
I'll
everything.
give sample template. I'll give sample template. Organization to organization, it differs. Some
Yes.
organization follows certain, I mean, points to be covered, certain sections to be covered. But where other organizations differs completely, because they're having their own standards and coding standards also. The naming convention and is different to one organization to other organization. Whatever they define for the new joiner in the team, newly I mean hired resource, right? They will give what are the stands they are following it. So they will tell us to follow this one as a reference. They will give previous documents or previous solution to refer. We can simply follow that. But if we know one or two organizations, I mean following process, we can simply adapt the things. It's not hard, like it's a simple one only.
Okay.
Hi. I was going through this course content, and in the duration, like whatever 20 days or 1 month duration, how long will be learning? I mean, so far the development involved in Pega RPA.
Yeah, as I said, the 20 days course or 25 days course, for any language, for anything, any tool, this is not sufficient to be saying, like because the keep on new features are going to add new functionalities, new challenges we are facing, right? The core concepts, whatever the, I mean, regularly using the things, those things we'll consider and we'll explain it to you. Because if you see the tool providing features, everything, right? Even if we have lot of components inside it, lot of DLLs using for a development, right? What are the mostly used components we will cover. If we take at least one component, even 30 days also, it is not sufficient. Like once we know the core concept, we will keep on learning the new things. If I say the Excel component, if I want to tell each property method event inside the component, right? It will take hours or days also for utilization to give each example. So in that scenario, we will cover highly what are the mostly used in the current scenarios. So as per my experience and I mean the development things, right? I will tell you what are the most I mean useful things and mostly widely used ones.
Okay, you mean to say we will be learning some concepts along with the best practices to be followed.
Yes, some concepts means widely used ones, not
Yeah,
rarely
exactly.
ones. Like if we see Citrix environment, if one organization having Citrix environment, other organizations not having, suppose, if you see, so it is not widely used in across, right? So in terms of, right, we'll highly cover only few things in the Citrix, and mostly widely used one we'll cover, we'll spend more time on it.
Okay, got it. And the certification which we discussed, is it mandatory to, because along with PRPC,
Yeah,
I mean to
the
say, is the
certificate.
certificate mandatory or is it like optional?
No, no. As I say, when organization requires immediate resources for them, they'll not consider the certification, or unless until client mandates that we need only certified resources, then they are looking for certified resources. In
Okay,
most of the scenarios, I mean, it is not mandatory, but if you are having it, like you don't miss any other opportunities also.
got it. Got it. Because PRPC requires certification mandatory, so the same way I'm asking.
Yeah, if we are having a large number of profiles, suppose they want to filter it, they'll put more conditions on it, like
Yep, I know
this much
that
of
because
experience.
even I
Yeah,
work on a tool which
yeah,
requires certification, but I have been in working on the tools for last 10 years, but without a certification.
yes, yes, right. Based on the requirement and the client insists, they will ask for those.
Right. Okay.
Hi, Sagar. In this course, do we learn the pre-defined functionalities of the RPA tool, or we learn how to write the custom scripts too?
Predefined tools, we if we know how to use and where to get which DLL we need to get this, we will learn. And as well as we can write our own scripts and we can define our own components also, in terms of we can create our own DLLs. Inside that DLLs we'll be having components defined it, right? So we'll be using those components, both. I mean, I will use predefined as well as we'll write our own scripts.
Okay. For that, do we need any programming language skill?
The basic I mean platform for this tool is like .NET. If we
Okay.
have any knowledge on .NET, uh, we are dragging and dropping these design blocks, right? So we come to know what functionality it is doing it, but whatever the code used to define this functionality, right, to perform these actions, if we have knowledge on C# .NET, like we can easily identify. Suppose if we follow any programming language like a C or CPP or C sharp.net, we know how to write a for loop syntax. What is the for iterating? What is the initial value assigning and increment or decrement and condition checking? All these things we'll be having only drag and drop design block. We all functionality will be seeing it. What are the inputs that we need to give to that, and what is the output that we are getting it from it. So if we correlate the language with this tool, we can easily identify what functionality it is doing behind it.
Okay.
Parallelly, I'll guide you with the coding also, like how it is in coding, how it is in tool.
Okay. Okay. And regarding the certification, right, the topics whichever you are going to cover, are they enough to prepare for the certification?
Like certification, we can do it will cover more topics, but high level topics, whatever the certification topics, right, most of
Mm-hmm.
the things I mean included in this syllabus itself.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Just in case if we want certification, will there be support for us to get certified?
So like I'll guide you, I mean how to process, follow the process, how to I mean get the certifications, these things, and where to do. But they will allow only the person who is I mean writing this, like in peer centers we need to take the test. They'll not allow others
I understand. Just in case, because
I mean I'll
even
guide
I've
you
been, like I
in the
said, like I've
during
been working for 10
this,
years over a tool.
what are the things. Yeah,
I mean to say, because it is different confidence level that you should be having. Like I said, I have been working over a tool for 10 years, but
yeah.
whenever I do certification, I'll think twice whether it's needed, whether I have to put up some money like that. In general, with other tool that I'm learning, where they have
Yeah,
direct support
I,
and the
I
certification, yeah, we are
yeah,
confident to go with because
like
passing.
in
Hey,
yeah,
please.
yeah, yes, I will support on it. Like, what are the, I mean, questions they are asking in the certifications, right? I have some,
Double
knowledge on
sign.
it. Like, I will share with you so that you will get some confidence on it. Like, what are the points that are covering, and even we conduct mock tests also for this
Okay,
certification. Like, you can, go ahead with that once you are confident enough to do the certification.
sure. Okay. So during the course, we'll be learning both developing RPA related some wherever development required. We'll be developing along with the predefined functionalities, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How is that different? Like RPA development is different from an admin again.
Like, admin will not do any development work. He'll just maintain in platform. Suppose whenever we are deploying the solutions, right? There are different types of environments, like development environment and pre-prod environment, or a testing environment, or production environment. Like,
Okay.
these environments used to migrate this solution from one environment to other environment. Once the testing phase is completed, it has to move to production, or pre-prod phase is completed, it has to move to production or pre-prod, right? So those activities and defining the required functionalities, he will not do any development.
Okay. The role would be completely different.
Yes, yes.
And because we will be doing the automation of workloads or something coming from a different application, right? What could be the sources for
Hmm.
Pega RPA? What kind of loads that we manage or automate to using this Pega RPA?
Loads in the terms of the volume they are giving it, right? Inputs.
Yeah. So I mean to say, like we have a Pega PRPC where
Hmm.
application
Either
development.
they'll. Hmm.
We lost you in between. You were saying something.
Hmm. You mean to say whatever, the process they are following it, whether they are giving using application two different system to get the data from one system to, and manipulating
Yes.
data, and the result data to put in other system, they can use it just to integrate these systems with using this IDE, or if there are
Mhm.
any external sources like Excel,
Okay. Okay.
format like text, notepad, different format, whatever they're maintaining it, we are easy to extract the information from different sources. So we have connectors here to extract it, so we can
Okay,
use
you
those
mean to say
connectors.
like this tool acts as an integration for some existing developments, right? Where
Yeah.
this will be providing additional features, whichever the other tool doesn't have. This will integrating this plugin, RPA plugin, will help us to make use of RPA features.
Yes. Here, one thing to say, like, we are not developing any application here. We are just re-engineering, like whatever the manual process they are doing it. We are just mimicking those activities by using this tool. We are not doing
Yeah.
any new development.
I understand because the other tool which has some, let's say, there is a tool which has for a different for a purpose which doesn't have a reporting effectively. Where,
Hmm.
for example, we will integrate other popular reporting tool for effective reporting. That kind of things it may work, right?
Yeah,
That's my understanding. I just wanted to get clarified.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So majorly, I mean, let's say reporting tools are there. This RPA falls under automation tool, right?
yes,
Thank you.
yeah, you're welcome.
Expectation is like because we came to know this training because we are taking PRPC training from the institute. So
Okay,
that's the
okay.
reason we are trying to understand is there any integration that is possibly while learning. If I mean Pega workloads, whatever development so far. I mean, as an example, we wanted to because we are
Hmm.
nowhere discussing deployment part during the PRPC
Hmm.
and I mean if you wanted to put up some experience where there would be questions related to deployments, how we are deployed kind of things make up.
Yeah,
So we are
yeah,
I'm in expectation like if some deployment topics covered here, taking a slight small workload also. I mean workload would be different but the deployment process will be same, right?
yeah.
Expectation
Deployment
is
process is
like
like, yeah, in terms of deployment, we can do here the deployment in two ways. One is like to local deployment, and another one is to server deployment. As I said, if organization implementing robo manager, then we can deploy it in the servers, like to store it in Pega server and package server, and we are having status server, all these things. So if we are not implementing any robo manager, we can simply deploy in local, and we can run through Windows Start Scheduler. Or if you implementing the servers, right, Robo Manager and Pega platform, so there we can have centralized location. As I said, in Robo Manager application, we can schedule it from there. We can deploy the solution wherever, in whichever the system it is, it needs to run. We have all list of available machines, like in a application availability, it will show. We can deploy and deploy the process. These process we can do in these two ways, either in local or in server level. I'll tell you both the ways.
okay, thank you.